What is good? Water, three, four, what is good, yo? I honestly am enjoying the crap out of this show, and it's kind of obvious where things are headed at this point, seeing how every character who usually now shows up in this show kind of becomes important in some way, shape, or form. So that way, we're getting a better explainer of just how even some of the smaller characters can become some of the bigger players throughout the rest of the show. Um, we had no idea what these like seeker people can do, but clearly, if we added her to the group, she would be capable of telling Die and Pope every time enemies are around, so I think she makes a better fit than the actual princess herself. Regardless of her wanting to go, it would just make more sense if someone like this girl, who is a lot more capable of sensing the enemies and protecting, uh, you know, the civilians of a town that might get attacked, it just goes to show you that they would have the upper hand on a lot more battles that are to come, especially knowing that the enemies are approaching at certain times. So that was pretty cool to see. The other thing about these characters, though, is when we get to see them in action, they usually are putting themselves, excuse me, they're usually putting themselves at risk. So while putting themselves at risk, they might accidentally, get other people hurt as well. So it's another one of these things where, yeah, they're helpful, but at the same time, they might be more of a problem than they are actually helping at the end of the day sometimes. So hopefully that is not the case. Hopefully these characters can live up to be somewhat helpful, but regardless, I'm mainly looking forward to seeing how they're going to integrate any of these new characters as mainstay characters, because if you really think about it, there's only so much that has happened throughout these episodes that wasn't followed up by our character growing or followed up by a huge battle that potentially is about to help our character grow. So, knowing that that's already the direction we're headed in, it's pretty safe to say that the previews tell us a lot of what's going to happen. And the Dragon Bane that was on sale clearly is something that just had to be here, Like, it's clearly something that's going to edge out some type of ability for Die, or either it's going to give him an ability, it's going to give him strength, or it's going to, for some reason, be the reason why he can use the dragon uh, mark on his head in general, or he can just use it and then tap into another power source, connect to it. I'm not sure, but regardless, it's something of a big notice when not only dragons come here and attack, but we also hear that Dai is about to go through come in contact with a major wall, not just as a hero, but as a person. So I don't know exactly what that means. Like if he's gonna have like an internal struggle with his dragon knighthood or something along those lines, or if it's just gonna be something of the power he's unleashing could cause massive damage, and it may be something he doesn't want to use anymore if it's going to cause not only damage to the people's environment that they live in, but it's also going to cause damage to his teammates if he ever lost control and couldn't fully attack where he wanted to attack, maybe, is what also it kind of felt like this week. But I am not entirely sure. just taking a stab at what types of walls would actually make this character buckle or need support, you know? So I can't really see anything else because everything he does is for the people. So why is it that he would be uh, beaten up over something that he needs the power to help these people with would be beyond me. So I am interested to seeing if that is the wall he has to conquer is just having the power and having all of this strength, not being able to still save people, or maybe it's just because he's too strong and he causes a lot of damage every time he does try to save people. I'm not sure, but I am much more interested uh, in this dragon mark now that the mentor of Pop has even said, like this is it's gonna be hard on him, and you got to be there to support him through and through. If you really are his friend, if you really are his ally, that is where you're gonna come in. So very very cool stuff. I hope everybody's enjoying the show. It seems like everybody is. This is what I want the most in the future of anime is shows like this to get the correct adaptation and get a lot of old fans hyped up to see what it is that they can do with the new animation, with the new ways of pasting. If this is pasted the same way as the old show, then that's cool as well. But I'm telling you right now, this feels like one of the most fast-paced shows I've seen in quite some time, almost akin to a Dragon Ball Z type of speed where we literally had Raditz show up, Raditz kills Goku, Raditz and Goku die. Then they go to Planet Namek to, get Dragon Balls to resurrect people, run into another powerful threat, to handle that threat, go back to Earth, fight Cell, fight Majin Buu. Like it just was a non-stop go, 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 fight, 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 fight. And that's exactly what this feels like, even though I thought this was just going to be a chill episode of going to the department and buying stuff. It winds up turning into a huge ordeal. So, really interested in seeing how this is all going to play out and what struggles he's going to run into. But with all that being said, take care, everybody, and I'll definitely talk to you in the next one. Peace.